And so, how do you feel about that loss? But you have an interesting relationship at Pro Wrestling Magic on Tam as well. So elaborate a little bit on that.
Let me start with your first question first. I've been better. I've been worse. In fact, a couple of years ago, the first wrestling show I ever run at this building before that pro was the night I thought my career was over. But instead, that night became the springboard to launch what would become pro wrestling. And 2 years later, almost next year, our 2-year anniversary show. Unfortunately, because a few weeks ago I suffered a number of broken ribs, I will not be wrestling. And it sucks. There's no other way to put it. And I keep replaying January 9th back in my head, wondering if maybe I had just been able to beat Mateo. Maybe things would be a little different. And it's not even just the fact that it was my first time losing in a singles match since I came back to wrestling in 2022. But I will promise everybody one thing. I will not let the lasting image you all remember of Ray Ray Marz to be me losing and to be feeling the way I'm feeling. I will be back and I will be better.
So, what's next for you, Ray? What's next for you?
You know, before, actually, I just realized I heard one question you mentioned that I didn't answer. And I feel like I owe some of the people here an explanation. Because, as you mentioned, the nature of my relationship with Mateo is very complicated. Because a few months ago, Pro Wrestling Magic, I made a business decision to align with El Pacto Diabolico, to further my standing in Pro Wrestling Magic. And that doesn't mean, I can promise everyone, that is not going to affect anything that happens at Matt Pro Wrestling. Because I'm not here to help him win anything. I'm not here to hand him that title because I've been around this group long enough now to know what happens if he wins that grand championship. This place goes down the toilet, and there's nothing I can do about it. And there's one more elephant in the room about Thunderstruck. I think that's why I reacted after the match the way I did. I shoved down the Rad Dad as he tried to help me up. And it was not one of my prouder moments. And listen, this guy has been the model citizen of what a champion here at Matt Pro Wrestling should be like. And if I'm a guy taking a kid of mine to the first wrestling show, there's no one in that locker room I'd rather have them looking up to than the Rad Dad and the stepdads. So I think maybe my reaction was just due to the fact that maybe at the time, in the heat of the moment, I didn't feel like he was taking the threat of Mateo seriously enough to be at ringside for that lumberjack match. I understand he had just got done wrestling a hard-fought match for the grand title. But it really, in that moment, kind of made me question everything. I still kind of have some questions in my own mind about everything. It's not been easy.
Well, Ray, I hope your injuries get better soon, and thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you for having me, Katrina. And before I let the show continue, I just want one more thing. Kyle, you've been doing a hell of a job turning that first match into what's sure to be a banger main event. But I want to try to figure out a nice way to say this. I know why guys like Steve and Murdoch can't have my back. I understand that. And I don't expect them to understand why I made my deal with Mateo, but it will all make sense one day, I promise. But man, let me tell you, I think this fight might be slightly above your pay grade. I don't know if you really know what you're getting yourself into by being as involved as you are with the Pacto. And I do want to trust your judgment, but there's only one team that I can really be on right now. And you can hear what team that is when these people start to chant his name. Anybody? Anybody? Very much? Okay. championship, that'll be nice.
Ladies and gentlemen of Matt Pro Wrestling, give it up for the man of the business, Ray Ray Marz!
That's nice of you. Thank you, and just be careful. You need to be careful. Mikey needs to be careful. My tag team partner, I can't afford for anything to happen to either of you guys. I need you guys to help me make sure Matt Pro Wrestling, it becomes the best Matt Pro Wrestling it can be. And I don't care what I gotta do to protect this company, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do everything that's right for this company. That's all I can do while I'm out of the ring. Thank you all for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.